Indeed they are. There is a little bit of movement happening with the Nkuhumas at the moment, and the Mhangeni boys. There's an odd head up. There's been a few little stretches. There's a yawn. Well, half a yawn. That wasn't a full yawn. But the temperature's dropping quite quickly. As I say, the weather is confused at the moment. It's supposed to be summer. This morning was bitterly cold. Lisa says, look at those bellies. They seem full. Lisa, it is quite the opposite. Those bellies are very empty. They are very hungry lions. There's 2 Mhangenis up now. There's a second one up at the right. That seems to be the largest of them. Painted Wolf is asking, are they scratching those mites? They are indeed, Painted Wolf. And this morning, one of the very mangy males walked very close to us. And there we go, Dave's going to show you now. And we've talked about how the sarcoptic mites cause, how's that? So you can actually see an open wound with pus coming out of it. So they have an allergic reaction to the mite, and that's what causes that horrible reaction. And what's happening there is that apart from also causing those incredibly painful and itchy sort of explosions of pus out of their heads and especially on their heads and ears, it is also an immunosuppressant. So whatever the mites do suppresses their immune system as well as their hunger. Although that other boy looked like he was getting tucked into that buffalo a few days ago. But certain lions can deal with mange better than others. And certain prides seem to be able to handle it better. Now, we've seen signs of mange with the Nkuhumas before in the past, but they've never really gone to the same degree as the sticks or those little Mhangeni males at the moment. And obviously maybe in their genetics they're able to stretch, hold on, or have a better immunity to the sarcoptic mange mite. Now, we're talking about the distribution of lions and how much they have sort of disappeared from their past home ranges. So, I mean, you can see the blue is where they are now. And some of these are not quite right. There's a few more blue areas in this day and age now, but that's that. So you can see where they occurred historically, all the way down the Nile River. Probably the first place that lions went extinct in Africa was in Egypt, and they were hunted mercilessly by the pharaohs. And you can see in India, the only place you get Panthera leo, tiny little spot in the Gir forest. Yeah, so there's a couple of spots. There's some areas now that that population I was talking about that no one knew about was up here, right up there. So on the border of Ethiopia and North Sudan. Interesting stuff, that. It's a bit sad. Paul C is wondering, have I ever encountered another pride that runs an adoption agency for young males? trying to think. I haven't. I don't think it's by choice, though, Paul. I think if they felt they could really push these young males away, they would. Although the Talamati male, as you can see here, has definitely now he's been accepted by the Nkuhumas. So he's done okay for himself. Now, there could definitely be the fact that the males have mange and the females are picking up on the fact that they are not in the condition, and that's why they are even less likely to accept them into the pride. After that little bout of stretches, it looks like everyone is now going back to sleep except one of the subbies, but it looks like her head's about, there we go, flop, back to sleep. Okay, well, we're going to sit here, but Sydney's still looking for leopards. Let's go see if he's had any luck.